Nissan Pathfinder. Yeah, we haven't talked about Nissan in a while, and they haven't done much in a while, and I'm happy to say that's changing because we've got the new Rock Creek edition, and I, for one, am excited about it because I reported on it a couple years ago when they did what they brought out as their Rock Creek edition, which is, kind of their off-roadish package for their more luxury style vehicles like what the Pathfinder's turned into.
So this press release is brought to you by Nissan, and they're announcing that they're going to be at the New York Auto Show, the 2023 Auto Show, and I'm so happy to see auto shows coming back after all the stuff we've went through for the past couple of years. It's kind of nice that slight bit of normalcy, even though, some cities don't think that. But anyways, so New York, just 1 year after the introduction of the all-new Nissan Pathfinder SUV, the new bolder, off-road inspired 2023 Pathfinder Rock Creek joins the Nissan lineup. And while the Pathfinder, when it came out in the 80s, it was all about just being a rugged off-road vehicle. Well, it's just, Nissan then brought in the Xterra in the late 90s, and they made the Pathfinder kind of more of the luxury vehicle. And well, Xterra handled the true off-road duties. Pathfinder just kept getting nicer and nicer, but they've killed the Xterra off. Now you do have a customer base that wants something that, they've grown up with Nissan maybe as their off-roader. They got a family, want to go camping. This might be the vehicle for you because you're getting a little bit of those options back. And of course, the biggest plus of this vehicle is it has a real 9-speed transmission. No more CVT in this thing. So it can handle, if you want to tow a small camper or something behind it, it's going to handle that. So let's get back into this. So key additions found on the Rock Creek edition includes off-road tuned suspension that's going to get you 5/8 of an inch more lift. Now, 5/8 of an inch doesn't seem like a lot, and it's really not. But guess what? Inches matter, right? Right? Inches matter. So anything you can make it a little taller, I'm good with. 18-inch beadlock style wheels mounted with all-terrain tires. Now, these actually look the part. When they did this in the previous generation of the Pathfinder, it just didn't look like they did much with it. It just kind of looked plain and mall-crawlery, and I won't even say mall-crawlery. It just looked like the normal Pathfinder. They threw some badging on. So I'm happy to see Nissan really going at it and putting some cool-looking wheels on this thing because I think it's a good-looking design. Now, I think Nissan has a habit of making everything they do a little too close to each other, but I really like this Pathfinder. But let's see what else we got here. So we're getting a tubular roof rack with 220-pound load capacity. Totally tubular there because kind of harkens back to the Xterra days a little bit. The Xterra had that kind of tubular roof rack, and that's kind of cool. Now, 220 pounds, yeah, you can't put your whole house up there, but you could put a small rooftop tent up there, and I think you'd be plenty fine with it. Maybe you and the kids are going out. You want kids up higher where it's safer, and maybe mom and dad are camping in the back of this, or you got tents, whatever you do. I'm happy to see that they're actually giving it some capability. And while the roof rack may not seem like it's a lot of capability, having an option to store things if you're going on a week-long adventure, that's a plus in my book. So you're also getting Rock Creek badging. Now, I really do like that they're kind of going at and offering some trim levels of their models. Like, maybe they do a Rock Creek, Rogue down the road. I don't know. It sounds crazy, but, Nissan's done crazier things. Anyway, so I'm happy to see that it's they're making this a little class of its own. And like I said earlier, Nissan doesn't have a good history with Rock Creek. The last time I seen them try to do this in the previous generation, it just kind of looked like some badging, and that was it. So that they're adding a little bit of lift, better tires, nice looking wheels, and some roof racks. Once again, I'm super happy about. So you're going to get some orange contrast stitching on the seats, steering wheel, instrument panel, center console, and doors. Wow. That looks really good. I really do like what they've done with this, except for that center console. It just wasn't needed, man. I feel like that they just had one of those little old, those ink stamps where you just bam, bam. I just feel like somebody was in the design phase of this and was like, maybe their kid did their, come in when they were away and just started stamping this everywhere. Looks great in the back of the seats, but that armrest, I just don't think, if I were to buy this vehicle, I may figure out a way to get rid of that armrest and maybe buy the normal Pathfinder armrest, because just doesn't do it for me. Maybe you like it, and if you do, that's awesome, man. There's something for everybody. So we're getting standard intelligent around view monitoring with off-road mode, which, you get 360 cameras around this thing. It's a pretty cheap way for any manufacturer to say, oh, we've got off-road mode now. Ford's done that for a while. They all try to do it, and it's just a safety feature that I like. That if you are doing, say, you're going down some fire roads or whatever, there's some danger in the way, you can kind of monitor where it's around you. Other standard equipment includes tow hitch receiver and harness, 6,000 pound maximum tow capacity, which is pretty good in this thing. 6,000 pounds isn't bad at all. Second row captain's chairs and LED fog lights will be available in 6 monotone exterior colors and 4 two-tone exterior colors. Let's see, complementing the aggressive exterior design, the 2023 Rock Creek Edition also offers increased available horsepower, which I'm about the ponies. If I can get a little more pony, I'm always, you guys know, like you've watched me for a while, you know, if there's more horsepower, I'm all about that. And I do like that they've bumped this one up about 11, it looks like. So it's went from 284 standard in the normal Pathfinder to a 295, and the torque, nice torque bump up from 259 to 270. So once again, if you're pulling a trail or anything, maybe you're just using this to go to the lake and you're pulling your boat, you always need a little bit of extra horsepower. So if you want to see this thing, it's going to be at the New York Auto Show, and then it's going to start filtering through dealers. They'll have some out there, and by late summer, you'll start seeing these for sale. And I, for one, am pretty excited about it. So there is the 2023 Rock Creek Edition Pathfinder.
So what do you think? Is this style SUV on your to-do list? If so, let me know in the comments. And if not, tell me why, and don't just give me because it's Nissan. Nissan builds a damn good product, and I've owned many of them, and I worked for the company, and I'm proud to say I've worked for that company at one point. So in the comments below, let me know. So whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or this Rock Creek Edition I'd like to drive, this has been your All Terrain Nation. I'm going to say, we're out. Peace, everybody. Love y'all.